My next question is about skill and means. Cleary's notes in the Avatamsaka Sutra suggest that, well, there's 10 methods of perfection. The first six are the paramitas, it seems, which are for like beginning enlightening beings, he says. Um,
Yes, the vitally important and critical paramitas, which, unlike almost any other, almost any other really useful characteristic of our character, our nature, our very way of being in the world, the cultivation of these six leads to more of them, right? So it's like weightlifting. The more you lift, the bigger your muscles, and the more you can lift, and the easier it becomes. The same thing with patience, generosity, insight, meditation, effort, energy, and the thing, all those good things that get us across to the other side. As you recall, the meaning of paramita is little boat, and the metaphor is that these are the little boats that cross you over to the other side, and they most certainly do. And if nothing else, the brilliance of these, or the genius of these psychologists, to understand the difference between those characteristics of the human which can predictably be enhanced, improved, permanently increased, versus those that for which that is not possible. And I just think that some grad student someday is going to make a PhD, a really nice PhD thesis out of that. Because there's a reasons why those work and why they work together the way they do. And even now, it's a little mysterious, and it needs to be worked out. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead. I just wanted to make a plug for the paramitas.
of course. So his seventh method of the seventh method of perfection mentioned after that is skill and means, and I've heard a lot about skill and means. I'm wondering,
Yes.
how does one cultivate skill and means? And it seems you're only
Yes.
ready. It seems you only are ready for that after a good amount of getting along the way with the paramitas.
Okay, so there's the skill and means depends on to whom it's referring and to whom it applies. By which I mean that the one that immediately pops to my mind is that skill and means in teaching means adjusting the teaching according to the inclinations and the capacity of the would-be learner, right? And so it's an endless task, and one that I'm not very good at, but basically what you want to do is exactly that. Have enough consciousness of the mundane world and its vicissitudes, the weird little idiosyncrasies of the time, and to adjust your language, your metaphors, your teaching, their level, and more to your audience, and to give people not necessarily what they want, but what they can just bear to hear, to help move them forward and decrease suffering, and perhaps even give them peace, permanent peace. So yeah, skill and means is a big one, but yeah, that's a lifetime.
Is skill
And
and
then you get to be skillful in dying, right? Skillful in dying, skillful in helping while you're here, and skillful in dying on your way out, and so on and so forth. For some reason, the Four Agreements just pops into my head as a treatise on skill and means. Don't make assumptions. Do your best. And what's another one that applies? Let's see. Be honest. Be ruthlessly honest. But there's a lot of room within a particular teaching point to present it in a way that's going to be slightly more palatable and acceptable to your audience, whatever their cultural background is, or their deep hidden prejudices, which we all have, and really mess us up as we try and get to reality.